Good morning and welcome to Self-Care Sundays. My name is Kristen and today we're going to be talking about cervical or neck range of motion. This builds off of what we talked about last week with Dr. Tori about stability basics. So we're going to start with a review of what we talked about last week and then talk about how that stability allows us to have more free range of motion of our neck only. Oftentimes, if we don't have that stability of our core, what happens is as we move our neck, the rest of our body wants to join us, right? That doesn't necessarily lead to efficient movement patterns. And if the rest of the body, if the shoulders are trying to help every time we turn our head, that can lead to pain, that can lead to dysfunction. So we want to first talk about stability and then how that allows us to move a segment individually. So the review part is the 4 B's: butt, belly, back, breath, stabilizing the core, the entire kind of spinal column. So first, starting with finding your feet, maybe shifting forward and back, side to side, to find that tripod stance. When you feel like you've found that, pelvis should feel like it's right above your feet. Now we're going to think about moving up the chain to our pelvis. Gently engage the glutes, about 10% effort. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Sacrum should be pointing straight down towards the ground. Back, the shoulder blades slightly engage. Again, not pulling so strong, just gentle engagement so they're sitting back. And then can you breathe here? Right, great. I'm going to turn to the left so you all can see my spine, but find that stability first. So butt, belly, back, breath. Specifically important for the shoulder blades to draw back here as we support our spine without this happening too strongly. So kind of keep an eye on where your spine, your head and neck want to go as you gently pull the shoulder blades back. First, we're going to start with the chin tuck. So the chin tuck, if you've never heard it, is, right, so if my head's jutting forward, as if someone were pushing straight back into my chin, it would come back, and you should feel that gentle engagement in kind of like the deep throat, front of the throat, pulling back, and then that should open up the back kind of suboccipitals, or at just the base of your skull. It should feel like that almost feels a little bit of a stretch or creating a little bit more space. Then if you put your thumbs on your ears and touch your middle fingers, there's a point on the tip of your head that they connect. Imagine there's a string pulling you straight up, creating some space. So the chin tuck and the head pulls up, creating space. Butt, belly, back, breath as we bring our chin towards our chest. Good, and then moving back up to center. Now let's try to move again, maybe trying to move each vertebrae at one at a time. So we're going to start with the chin tuck. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time to bring our chin to our chest. Noticing if your jaw wants to help, if your shoulders want to help, try to isolate just the neck. And then coming back up one vertebrae at a time. So really using that chin tuck. And then back up. Next, we're going to go into extension. So chin is tucked, again, supporting that spine, creating space as we begin to shift our gaze and look up towards the ceiling. Good. The chin tuck, or the front of the throat, should kind of control that motion so our head just doesn't fall back. And then as we come back, I want you to think about the chin tuck first. Chin tucks, and then we rotate back. Trying not to bring the head forward to come back up. So noticing that is the axis of rotation straight through our ears, right? As we bring the chin back to level. Let's move through flexion and extension all the way. So we'll first come down into flexion. And then rolling one vertebrae at a time, coming back. through that, maybe try it again while I'm talking to you here. Notice, did we lose any parts of stability as you were moving through that range of motion? Notice, are the shoulders helping? Is the jaw trying to help? We should be able to move our spine in an isolated function without these other pieces trying to help. So notice where your baseline is at so that you can have an idea of what you might need to mobilize or address so that the spine can move more freely. Next, we are going to do rotation. So I want you now to think that there's a table or a shelf underneath your chin, and you're leading with your nose. Again, we're going to start chin tuck, butt belly back breath. Can you keep it parallel? So as you turn your head to the right, does the chin want to dip? Does the chin want to lower? Keep it as parallel as you can, leading with the nose. Rotating. The axis of rotation here is now straight down through our spine. So that stability base is really important as we come back to center and then to the right, or to the left, excuse me. Letting the gaze follow slightly. Maybe pausing in the center to reset. And then turn. Good. Making sure to breathe throughout these motions and not be too rigid. The last one we'll go through is side bending. So bringing your ear to your shoulder. The axis of rotation is now almost straight through our nose, going back towards the wall. So butt belly back breath, chin tuck, create some space. Same thing with the rotation piece. That thread from the crown of our head pulling up, creating space between the vertebrae as we move. So now we're going to bring ear to shoulder. Good. Maybe pause because that feels like a nice stretch. And then coming back up. Stabilizing again in the center. And then other side. You're back. Good. Again, slow and controlled motion. Taking note, maybe which side feels more tight, which side feels more limited, which side feels like it has more range of motion, or if which side feels like maybe something else wants to help. All of this is really good information to bring to your care team to see if there's something that you can do to allow your cervical spine to move more freely. Thank you so much for joining me today. That's our cervical range of motion. Spine moving in 6 ways: flexion, extension, rotation in each direction, and side bending in each direction. If you'd like to learn more and learn how to tune into your body more, please join us with Dr. Tori, who is teaching the Art and Science of Relaxation workshop on Sunday, May 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 3 Pillars Clinic. You can sign up on our website from 3pillarsclinic.com or by sending Tori an email at drharrison@3pillarsclinic.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.